Set up and solve linear equations with one unknown. If you're revising, I'll cycle through all the questions. There's quite a lot of them, 13, and you can pause the video and have a go, and then I'll do them at the end. Okay, let's build it up from the start. Number 1. We have 5x plus 2 equals 17. When solving equations, we think of it as balancing, and we have to add or subtract, multiply or divide the same thing from both sides so that the left will always balance with the right. So in the first one, I can take off 2 from both sides, and that will still balance, and it will tell me that 5x is equal to 15. If 5x is equal to 15, I can divide both sides by 5. The last step, you're always dividing by the number of x's, and you get x equals 3. Example 2, we have 3x minus 7 equals 12. And our aim, I didn't say in the last question, is to get x and so on, so that the minus 7 is furthest away from the x. X would be times by 3, and then subtract the 7. So you get rid of the thing furthest away first, which is minus 7. To get rid of it, you'd have to add 7 to both sides. So you get 3x equals 19. And then you want to divide by the number of x's. So you divide 3 by 3. And you get x is 19 over 3, which is an improper fraction. So 3 goes into 19 6 times and 1 left over. That's the best way to leave your answer in that case, because that decimal is awkward. It's 6.3 recurring. You don't need to go into decimals as your answers. Fractions is an acceptable answer, actually often the more preferred answer. Number 3. Number 3 caused a few problems because we've got a negative number of x's, and quite a lot of people would like to deal with that first of all. If we add 2x to both sides, which you can because it'll balance still, what will happen is on the left hand side we get 2x plus the 15 that's already there, and on the right hand side we just have 4 because minus 2x plus 2x cancels out to 0. And this question is a bit easier because we've got a positive 2x. So we take away this number 15, take 15 from both sides, and we get 2x equals minus 11. And then we've got to divide by the number of x's, so divide by 3 by 2. And we get that x is equal to 11 over 2, or if you want to go decimal, 5.5 or 5.5. And I just missed out, don't make that mistake. We were doing minus 11 divided by 2, so that's minus 11 over 2 minus 5.5. Because a negative divided by a positive is a negative. Number 4. Here we've got x on both sides, and I would strongly recommend trying to get rid of the smaller number of x's to begin with. So get rid of the 2x. So we can take 2x off both sides, and we'll be left with 3x plus 3 equals 4. We can then take 3 from both sides, so 3x equals 1, and divide both sides by 3 to get x equals a third. Number 5. 8.1 minus 6x equals 2x plus 3.3. In the last example I said get rid of the smaller number of x's. In this case, minus 6x is smaller than 2x, so to get rid of it, we would add 6x to both sides. On the left, we'd be left with 8.1. On the right, we'd have 8x plus 3.3. Then want to get rid of that 3.3. So I subtract 3.3 from both sides, and I end up with 4.8 equals 8x. Then I finish off by dividing by the number of x's, which is 8, and 4.8 divided by 8 is 0.6. Number 6. Before solving, when you've got a collection of terms, always check to see if it can be simplified. The left-hand side can be simplified first. The 9x and the 1x becomes 10x. And then after you've simplified, you start to solve the equation. So get rid of the small number of x's, take 4x from both sides, and you get 6x plus 2 equals minus 1. Take 2 from both sides, and you get 6x equals minus 3. And then divide by the number of x's. Divide minus 3 by minus 6, and you get minus 3/6, or minus a half. Number 7. Get rid of the small number of x's, which would be the 2, so take away 2x from both sides. And we get 12 plus 4x, and there's nothing on the other side, but we should write down 0. We then want to get rid of this 12 because it's on the same side as the x, so we take off 12 from both sides. On the left we get 4x, on the right 0 minus 12 is minus 12. You then divide by the number of x's, which is 4. Minus 12 divided by 4. 12 divided by 4 is 3. A negative divided by a positive is a negative. Example 8. Here we should expand the brackets before we solve and simplify if we need to. So we get 5 times x is 5x. 5 times minus 3 is 15. And here, if we want to imagine that bracket, we've got one of that bracket. So we're going to do minus 1 times x is minus x, and minus 1 times 1 is minus 1. The right-hand side should be simplified. We've got a 2 minus 1, which simplifies to 1. So the right-hand side is 1 minus x. We get rid of the small number of x's, which is the minus x. We add x to both sides to get rid of it. We get 6x minus 15 equals 1. We then add 15 to both sides. So 6x equals 16. And we divide by the number of x's. Divide by 6. By the way, if you're dropping out these wee lines here, there are no marks for those, so you can lose those after a while once you're getting confident enough. You get 16 over 6, which is 8 over 3, or as a mixed number, goes in twice and 2 left over. So 2 2/3. Number 9. Again, expand the brackets first before we solve. So 3 times 2y is 6y. 3 times 5 is 15. In the second bracket, minus 2 times y is minus 2y. And minus 2 times minus 6 is minus 12. We can simplify the y's on the left-hand side. 6y minus 2y is 4y. Then we have a 15 take away 12, which would give you 3, and that equals minus 4. We then want to get rid of the plus 3, so we subtract 3 from both sides, and we get 4y is equal to minus 7. We divide by the number of y's, which would be minus 7 over 4, or you probably want to leave your answer as minus 1 3/4, or minus 1.75. Example 10. We have 3x divided by 2 is equal to 12. There's a lot of different techniques you could be shown for this one. I'm going to show you just one where we write 12 as 12 over 1. And then we've got a fraction equals a fraction, so we can cross multiply. 3x multiplied by 1 is 3x, and 2 times 12 is 24. If 3x's are 24, we can divide by the number of x's, which is 3, to get that x is equal to 8. Number 11, we've also got a fraction equals a fraction, although it's a little bit more complicated, but same idea. When a fraction equals a fraction, we can cross multiply. So the 5 multiplied by the x minus 1 is the same as the 4 multiplied by 2x plus 1. If we expand the brackets, we get 5x minus 5, and that equals 8x plus 4. We get rid of the smaller number of x's, which is the 5x, so subtract 5x from both sides. We get minus 5 equals 3x plus 4. We subtract 4 from both sides. We get minus 9 equals 3x. Last step is to divide by the number of x's, so we get minus 9 divided by 3 is minus 3. Number 12, we've got another fraction equals a fraction. This time it's the denominators that are more complicated, but gives you a similar sort of question, similar solution. We can cross multiply there. When the fraction equals a fraction, we get 3x times 5 is, we'll just write it actually as 5 times 3x. And then we get 7 times 4x plus 1. 5 times 3x is 15x. And then if we expand the bracket out, we get 7 times 4x is 28x, and 7 times 1 is 7. We would take away the small number of x's, which would be 15x. Subtracting that from both sides on the left, we've got nothing, but make sure you write down a number. The number would be 0. And that would be equal to 13x plus 7. So everything's on the right-hand side. We want to have the x's on one side and the numbers on the other, so we need to take off the 7 still. So subtract 7 from both sides. 0 take away 7 is minus 7, and that equals 13x. Then we divide by the number of x's, divide by 13, and we get that x is minus 7 over 13. That's the best way to leave your answer there as a fraction, because dividing by 13 is not very pretty. At number 13, we have got 5 over 4x plus 1 equals minus 9. You can attempt to add these together. If you make this a fraction, you could add the two fractions together, or you can just take that 1 off both sides. That's what I'm going to do. So we'd be left with 5 divided by 4x equals minus 10. On the left-hand side, we've got a fraction there. On the right-hand side, we can make it a fraction. Minus 10 is the same as minus 10 over 1. And then we can cross multiply, as we've got a fraction equals a fraction. 5 times 1 is 5. 4x times 10 would be 40x. So 4x times minus 10 would be minus 40x. You can add 40x to both sides to make this here positive, or you can still just stick with the rule of dividing by the number of x's at the last step. So I'm going to divide by the negative number. I'm going to divide 5 by minus 40. You could put that in the calculator, or you can simplify that as a fraction. Divide top and bottom by 5 will give you 1/8. And it's a positive divided by a negative, so we get a negative answer.